Chiefs.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Washington Redskins and the Kansas City Chiefs. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field as we get set to see Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you somewhere along the way the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
That good for 19 and a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes to throw once more. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Go.
Attack!
51's the mic, boys. 51. Let's go one more. Check motion.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right here.
Yellow.
Fight.
51.
Here we go.
15.
51's Mike.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
That is caught inside the 5. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. nowadays an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Defensively, it was Tremont Smith with a tackle. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
180. 53 is the mic. Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Shift.
Play action here with Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Get him, boys.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
You must be dreaming.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jordan. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Now Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rosen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And let's pin the mirror.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack! Got him! Let's go, boys! Let's go!
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. When we talk a lot about pregame speeches, what are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And now it's Rosen looking. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They'll run with Sanders. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Good job, offense.
A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
There we go.
And now here comes Kansas City. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time, it's a sack. Come on.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Hey, 57, 57.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
I 7, let's go.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crouch.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Woo! You got him. You got him.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Fielded at the 33. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Oh, let's go, D.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Safety creek. Hey. 4 down.
On the draw, here's Sanders. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. We're back now in KC. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Redskins on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And Jennings has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Here we go.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Another run here with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. Give them a little extra motivation.
Ready?
58 to Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rosen, quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Get ready.
Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
Let's set a tone.
Check 4, check 4.
Now a carry for Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
We got 4. We got 4.
Another run with Sanders. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On third down, Rosen. That's caught by Jennings. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On first down, Sanders stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Check, 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 check.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 10